there, but I don't know if they're gonna make the run for it. Oh my God. It's like waist deep where I'm standing at. Very, very cold, very cold. There's a really strong current pushing through too. I wonder if, I might not show this next part, but I'm gonna check up in the barn here. There was some cows that made it up into here. The water was up towards like these window seals. Oh, I can hear some in there. Oh, easy girl, easy. You guys gonna get out? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get you out of there. All right, who all do we got? Oh my God, I thought you guys were dead. You made it. You found high ground. Oh my God. We lost this group earlier and we opened up all the gates. Oh, you guys are shivering. All right.
Can you get around them?
Yeah, there's like at least 10 or 15 in here. Yeah. Hey YouTube. It's been some time, hasn't it? You know, I've been dreading making this video. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I guess I'll start off and hit all the most important points right in the beginning here. A disclaimer for the rest of the video, once I get done talking right in the beginning here, there might be some parts that some or most people may find somewhat disturbing. So I recommend that if you are easily upsettable or squeamish in any way, that you click off now. If you do not know what's been happening here on our farm, recently we got hit with probably one of the biggest floods that I think I will ever see in my entire lifetime. We have records that we keep in our shop that show different flood heights, and this flood was easily half of a foot deeper than the deepest flood that this, while dairying has been going on here, has seen. So there's that. I was here for the entire thing. I was in my house. I recorded everything, so I have footage of all the stuff that anyone wants to see. Anyways, we have sustained heavy damage on our farm. A lot of our barns have sustained damage. They'll need to be taken down and rebuilt. We've lost an entire semi-truck trailer loads of straw bales. A lot of our silage and our feed that we just finished putting up for, that was, you know, going to be our feed for next year, got wiped out. And most importantly, we lost a substantial amount of our herd. Me and Jordan were able to save most of the cows, but there was an incident during the middle of the flood that led to the loss of roughly 44 animals initially drowned in the flood water, and since then we've lost more animals because we weren't able to milk our cows for 60 hours during this flood. The water stayed up for so long, but that's just the way it's gonna be. I have a GoFundMe linked in the description below that we've been, there's people, a lot of generous people in our community and right around us that saw the flood unfolding, have donated a lot of money so far to try and help us stay afloat during this time. Things are quite uncertain on our farm, but we're still working hard. I mean, I'm in the basement right now. My parents' house got hit pretty hard, even though we were staying in it. All the ceiling tiles in our basement came out. This whole basement had water in it. There was water everywhere. But yeah, we've been able to keep it going so far. But yeah, the GoFundMe's in the description below. If you can click right on it and go to my mom's Facebook and share it right from there, or you can share this video as many times as you want. If you can't donate any money, just sharing it will help us out immensely. We're trying our hardest to keep things going here. But yeah, that's just all I wanted to say right in the beginning. From here, I guess past me, who didn't know what I know now, will take over, and I'll jump in during different parts to fill the gap, because there's some stuff that I'm not gonna show, but I can explain it to you what happened, because the video is just, it's not anything that I want anyone seeing, or I even want to go and look through and try and edit it into a video. So I'll explain it the best I can. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what it was like living through one of the deepest floods ever. But again, GoFundMe, if you want to donate, if you want to share, please do. If you want to, I don't even know. Okay, yeah. Enjoy the video, or I guess understand the video, because I doubt anyone's really gonna enjoy this. Alright, we got the cows moving. Just making sure they don't try and make a run through the water. This would be a whole nother ordeal. Come on, ladies! Let's keep it going. Hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip. So this is our emergency flood feeding setup. We just laid out feed along, we have it there, and then all along here, along the edges. Just came along with Feed Wagon, did it, and in the event that there is water even on the high ground, which would be extremely doubtful, there is hay bales that are on top of these docks right here, so the cows can still get dry food if the water gets too tall and they just have to stand up here, you know, in ankle deep water for a little bit. But this high ground up here has never gone underwater, but you know, always be prepared. But yeah, we have dock bales and we have feed all over here, and all of our cows will be crowded up here. We got a couple of the those are like the dry cows and the breeding age heifers up there. All the calves are over there. The milk cows are waiting to be put right here on the highest spot. And as you can see, the water just keeps on enclosing us more and more. But we're making do. It would seem as though someone forgot to close the basement door. And the window. Come on. Looking nice. Things are getting better here in the basement. All right, I'm back. So what happens next, as you can see, at first things were all right. The water wasn't too deep. It was, you know, water's coming up, blah, blah, blah. It's spooky. Let's be excited about it. You know, the cows are gonna be out on the high ground for maybe, you know, a day, and we can get them back and get them milked, and everything's gonna be all right. At least that's what I thought during the moment. What unfolded next, I could only describe as the worst case scenario in any scenario that you would look at this. So at this point, the cows hadn't been milked for roughly 36 hours. And if you know anything about our dairy cows, we have a 90-pound average on our farm. Some of our cows producing over 120, our highest producing cow making 180 pounds of milk per day. And our cows not going milked for 36 hours it's unprecedented. The amount of pain that their udders would be in from having that much milk in them, and us being, there's no way to get that much milk out. 180 pounds out of a cow, that's more than I weigh. There's no way that we could strip any of it out of them. There's no amount of calves suckling on them that would get that much milk out of them. So what our cows did next was the worst case scenario. Like I said, they wanted to get milked, so they stampeded and smashed through the gates, corralling them in, and ran towards our milking parlor, which at this point had, on me at least, probably, because it was like chest neck deep on me around where the milking parlor was, of water. So probably around 4 to 5 feet of water in this area, and the cows went right into it, not knowing the danger or anything. They're dairy cows. They don't know any better. They just wanted to be milked. So me and Jordan, being the only two able-bodied people tall enough to go into the flood water, put on some chest waders and went in after them. And you know, it probably wasn't the best of idea to go in the water after them. It was extremely dangerous on our part, but the flip side of that being that all of our cows would have drowned had we not. And so when I first went in, I quickly noticed that the chest waders I had on had a tear in their knee, like right on the right side. So by the time that I reached to where the cows were, I was already like completely submerged in freezing cold water. And me and Jordan went in there, and all the cows, you know, normally our cows, they listen really well. If you've ever seen any videos of me handling the cows, we can walk through them easily. You can put up your hand, you know, do a little hand sight at them, they'll move. I've herded cows plenty of times in my life, and I've dealt with floodwater plenty of times. I've just never herded cows in floodwater. And after probably about 30 minutes of screaming at the top of our lungs at our cows to get them to move, and no one had budged, we kind of realized the situation that we were in. So I devised this thing that started working at first. If you know anything about cows, if you get one cow moving forward, she starts going, the other cows will follow because they're herd animals. They don't want to break up the herd, so they'll start moving. So what I did is I would get my back in between a post or a gate or up against another cow, anything that I could, and I put my heels into their sides. Since the cows, they were in so much water, they weren't that heavy, I could shove them forward to get them moving in the right direction. And we did this over and over and over again, trying to get them to move. And we finally started to get them to move, and we got some heading back towards the high ground, and some of them went to our calf hutches, which are also high ground, which was good. And so me and Jordan made our way through all 258 of our milk cows, because they were the ones that got into the water. And every single one, we had to get up on her, rouse her, get her going, get her out of this flood water, because, you know, they were neck deep. They were basically swimming in it. And as we made it farther and farther out onto the farm, things became more and more dicey, because at this point, the water it's cold. It's, you know, middle of November, Washington, snow melt, rainwater. It's freezing cold water. It is unbelievably cold. As we hit the 3-hour mark of being in the water, you know, me and Jordan, our vision, our speech, our extremities, I couldn't feel my toes at this point. I couldn't feel my legs for the most part. I was stumbling. Things were starting to get blurry, but there were still cows that we could see that were alive. So we kept going back. We went back probably 4 or 5 times, and it became very clear that we weren't going to be able to get them all at this point. This is when I realized that the water was too deep. We couldn't, because if we tried to swim through this water, there's a high possibility we're going to drown at this point. Like, the only reason why that we could stay out there for so long was because we were walking, but, you know, the water was here, you know, up around here. Like, I had been in cold water for so long that if we tried to swim, and we had our chest waders on, which were also filled with water, but if we tried to swim after the cows, there was no way that there was no way. We did what we could to save as many cows. We got 80% of our milk cows out. We lost roughly 20% during this ordeal. So at this point, when we decided to turn around, we got every single possible cow that we could see to the high ground and got them out before, like, I'm jumbling over my words here, trying to, but we did everything we could. I don't want anyone to think anything otherwise. It's been really tearing up me and my brother over thinking about, but we did, like, everything. There was nothing more that could be done besides drown right next to him, I guess, at that point. I could, like, by the time that me and Jordan got back to our houses, we had to sit and shake basically almost uncontrollably, like, from being, like, I've never been this cold in my life, and be wrapped in towels and whatnot, because neither of us had hot water, because the flood water, you know, flooded our hot water tanks. So We sat and shook for probably 2 hours after we had been in there for that long, after we'd gotten all the cows out. And then we continued to go back as much as we could, but there was cows that we could not get to. We went out multiple times afterwards, and as soon as the water got down, we went and got all of the cows and drove them towards the high ground. That's the next footage that I can show us, actually getting the cows to the correct high ground, because a lot of the cows were right up over there on the Calf Hutches Hill. Oh yeah, and one thing that I've been dreading to share is notable among the dead, cow 110, my sister's favorite cow. You can see her in a lot of my videos. She's a super tame, super nice cow. She did not make it out. And as well as Kevin, the bull calf, who I have multiple videos on. He was in the beginning of almost all of my videos. I saved him from a swamp when he was just a baby. He did not make it out of the flood. And yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that he was one of the ones who was lost during this time. But I guess let's continue with the video. I almost forgot to mention, so one of the things that me and Jordan did as our last ditch effort to try and save as many cows as possible was we arranged the gates in such a way that if the cows made their way to the parlor, that they'd be able to get up higher out of the water and only be in like maybe ankle deep water and wait for us to come back. That was our last thing to do. So the footage that you are about to see is what follows after that. The water had gone down some, and we went back into the water to see if we could find more cows, because we did not stop. We got as many cows as we could, but we did not stop going back for cows at all during this point. I'm sorry about earlier. I've spent a lot of time crying over this whole thing about the cows lost, but I'm trying to make this video like, I'm trying to do good making the video, but it's hard, you know, just not getting your emotions. It's an emotional deal. But this following footage is basically the first time that we see some of these cows alive. We were getting the cows off of the Calf Hutches Hill and sending them back to our other high ground, which had all their feed on it so they could eat more. And I am lucky enough that in this next little bit that our plan ended up working, and we found maybe 15 or 20 more cows that had made it out of the flood water on their own, which was incredible that they were able to make their way to the parlor and get out on their own. But yeah, you are now going to get to see footage of me in floodwater with cows and us saving the cows, basically. That's what we were trying to do this whole time. But yeah. Come on, girls. Come on. Go, go, go. We're getting you out. Oh my God, it is so cold. I'm just having clothes on. They started moving when I came out here. And they're heading towards the high ground again, where they can actually get food. Come on, girls. I'm trying to make sure they don't go back this way. That's where all the cows went and drowned out earlier, so you know. Come on! Come on! It just got shallow enough that they're gonna make an attempt. Most of them swim for a second, but they can walk for the most part. Ooh, it is so cold. My legs are going numb again. Come on, girls! Come on! Oh, I can't see because of the sun. There's a couple more up there, but I don't know if they're gonna make the run for it. Oh my God. It's like waist deep where I'm standing at. Very, very cold. Very cold. There's a really strong current pushing through too. I wonder if I might not show this next part, but I'm gonna check up in the barn here. There was some cows that made it up into here. The water was up towards like these window sills. Oh, I can hear some in there. Oh, easy girl, easy. You guys gonna get out? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get you out of there. All right, who all do we got? I thought you guys were dead. You made it. You found high ground. Oh my God. We lost this group earlier and we opened up all the gates. Oh, you guys are shivering. All right.
Can you get around them?
Yeah, there's like at least 10 or 15 in here. Yeah. Hey, you don't want to go out that door, girl. You don't want to come this way. All right, well, thank you everyone for watching. And if you share the video or share the GoFundMe or donated to the GoFundMe, my biggest gratitude to you for helping us out. I mean, I'm basically as close as you can get to getting down on my knees and begging for help. We don't normally ask for help. We usually get everything done on our own, but at this point, I don't think we'll make it to the other side without outside help. So I'm just asking for anything is helpful. You know, swallow your pride and just ask for any help, because the damages on our farm at this point are in the hundreds of thousands of dollar range, like through the barns and the feed and the cows, of course. I mean, our area has been deemed a catastrophic natural disaster is what the state is calling it. So I guess this is what a catastrophic disaster looked like. I don't know, I've never lived through one before. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that most of this video was just me talking and I didn't have a lot of emotion in the video. I've recorded this video multiple times and this is the clearest that I've been able to sound on the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this one just to let everyone know what's going on, what's happening on our farm. And there'll be plenty of videos following after this that, you know, detailing the cleanup and whether or not we end up going out of business or what happens to us. I'll be right there doing the video thing. So for people that have been wanting videos, I know this isn't what you wanted, but I'm back for now, I hope, as long as I can keep up with it and I can make decent content, I guess. But if you're new here, I guess subscribe, please. That can be a way to support us long term, just subscribing, and maybe I can get some more views on my videos and we can use the money to help fix some of our broken stuff. But yeah, that's all for now. And it's been a long time since I've done this, but as always, peace out. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.